Hi, hey to all of you all. Come to bed with Sean Queen. Did you have a very lovely day today? Well, I did, and I hope you did too. Come to bed with Sean Queen. And listen here. Tonight, we are going to talk about how to raise our self-esteem and move to the next level of our life. Let me tell you something. He, she, they were no better than you. We're going to jump right in and make sure you're following me on IG at I am Sean Queen. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this YouTube live. Let me tell you something. They know better than you. You don't have to take what they are putting on the table. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. Don't let nobody feed you no shit. Let me tell you something. Somebody will make you go through hell and high waters for them, and they will not even budge to go through anything for you. Let me tell you. Bedtime stories. Y'all ready? I was used. I was abused. I was mistreated. I was dog walked. And I do mean dog walked. I'm talking about when somebody tell you something, I need you to listen and listen very carefully. People will let you know who they are at hello at the introduction, okay? I was told during the introduction, somebody told me, I'm a leaver. I'm a leaver. I don't stay around for shit, okay? And I don't know where my brain was. It must have had left the building. I must have been caught up either in my own world, either in his looks, either in La La Land. I don't know where I was during the introduction. But you know how you be with somebody and you be, well, you be talking, and sometimes y'all be talking about like y'all past relationship or why y'all single or whatever the situation is. And he was telling me, he was like, I don't deal with drama. And you gotta be careful when people talk about drama, because you know what? It don't necessarily be the other person bringing the drama. They be the drama kings and queens, okay? And they be the first one. I don't deal with drama. Well, you must not deal with yourself, honey, because they be the ones loaded in drama. And these type of people also, they are extreme narcissists, so you got to be very careful with them, okay? What they do is they like to be the ones who create shit, and then when people react to it, then they the drama. But so you have to be careful with that too, okay? So this person was like, I don't deal with drama. I don't deal with fighting. I don't deal with arguing. I don't deal with this. I don't deal with that. I leave. Another thing is, you have to ask yourself with people, well, what causes all this arguing, fighting, and drama and all this chaos that you claim that, you don't deal with? See, because what I've learned about this particular narcissist is that they'll do shit that'll make somebody who is human react. And then when that human reacts, oh, this person likes to argue. Oh, really? It's so funny. It's so funny. So you have to be really careful with the introduction when people get to talking about their exes and talking about the past life and talking about their exes and talking about the past life and talking about what they will do and don't do. You know what I'm saying? You got to really, really just not even take all that stuff with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Because you read energy, okay? So this person like, I'm a leaver. I don't deal with all that. I leave. I don't deal with no fighting. I don't deal with nobody hitting on me. They hit me, I'm leaving. Pay attention. Ask questions. Say, well, how many domestic violence relationships have you been in? Take the time. Evaluate shit. If he be like or she be like, my ex used to hit on me all the time, beat on me all the time, I had to fight my whole way through life. Get with it. Understand. Ain't nobody just beating on your ass for no reason. You ain't fighting your way through life for no reason. Why everybody you get with, you in some kind of domestic altercation? Chances are your ass is a chaos agent. You chaotic and you bring this type of heat to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't been in no whoop your ass situation my whole life. Now, I've been in a situation where I have had guys that was wanting to be violent, but this is not an ongoing thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I've had one or two guys that felt like or wanted to put their hands on me. But one or two ain't bad in my life because I've lived quite a long time. So I can't control every human being. But one thing it wasn't was ongoing. I said they wanted to, or they felt like it, or they did it once. Okay? And when they did it, oh, no, boo, we ain't going to do that. You got to go. Okay? People have all kind of issues at the table. You don't know who you sitting at the table with, but when you find out, you may exit to the left. Like that. In that order. Period. Right? But ain't no way you spent your whole life fighting through the desert. Okay? That tells me your ass is a desert storm. Okay? That's what that tells me. So now, here you are in a situation, and I'm with this guy, and throughout the introduction, he tells me that every woman he's ever had thought he was cheating. Catch the signs. I didn't catch the wave, y'all. I'm here to tell y'all. Catch the wave. And I said to him, well, were you cheating? No, I never cheated. I never cheated on any woman I was with. Never cheated on any woman I was with. Never ever cheated on any woman I was with. Then later on, he would say, later on, I think he told me that he did do some cheating, some cheating with people that, he wasn't in a relationship or serious relationship with, but allegedly something about the people who were accusing him, he really wasn't cheating on them, or the people that he was in so-called serious relationships with, he wasn't really cheating on them, or something like that. The man laughed so much, Jesus, I ain't even trying to keep up with it. But my thing is this. Why would every relationship, or why would majority of the relationships, why would even have other relationships you with, somebody would think that you're cheating on them if you're not? So that tells me right now that you bring drama to the situation. It's something that you're doing that different women at different places and different times of your life is assuming that you're cheating. I'll tell you why. I know, because I was with your ass, okay? They thought you was cheating because you do shit to make a woman think you're cheating. For one, because you had done them like you did me. Not come home at night. Of course, if you with a person and you with a man or a woman and you don't know where your man or your woman is, you calling their phone, they not picking up. Strange. You got two phones. The nigga got two phones. You call them both their phones, neither one of them they pick up. Strange. You calling her constantly, all the time, she not picking up. Strange. Go to her job and she supposed to be there, and yes, she not there. Strange. You in a relationship with her, you call her, she's like, oh, she gotta get the phone quick. You calling her, she said she gonna call you back. You don't hear back from her, days go by. Strange. Y'all don't live together, she can only talk to you during the day. At night time, you call her phone and she never pick up. Strange. But then you start to assume, like, man, she cheating on me. What's going on? Does she got another? See, people have these strange behaviors, and then when you get to assuming, like, what's going on, and you start, and they have this cheating, strange behaviors. People have this cheating behavior. People have these suspicious behavior. And when you start to suspect, and you start to investigate, and you start being the PI, now all of a sudden you the insecure person, you the drama king and queen, you insecure, you don't trust the situation, you being accused. Well, for me, I always said something got to come from a seed to grow. Nothing just grow out of somebody's ass. Everything come from a seed to grow. Nobody is just doing something just because they woke up this morning. And so one of the narcissists, and I always say narcissists, or one of the people who doesn't like to take responsibility, a lot of the immature psychotic psychosis people, a lot of the ridiculous people out there, they like to say shit like this. Well, it's so many things that they like to say. Assumptions. They say people be assuming. They don't deal with assumptions. They like to say everybody else is insecure. They like to say words like they didn't do anything. Oh, here's another good line. They like to say people brought baggage into the relationship. They say that people are, they had issues with their previous relationship. Their previous relationship cheated on them, or they have insecurities from the other relationship that they bringing over on them and they didn't do nothing. That's their favorite line. They never do anything. So this person is just acting up because some man from 10 years ago hurted them and they done brought something in this relationship and you did nothing. Now, granted, there's a possibility. Very small percentage of people do that. And I do say small, very small percentage of people come into a relationship where there's a trust issue, there's a trust factor, you know what I'm saying? But these things are triggers, okay? Even though people may come into a relationship and say, well, man, I don't trust nothing, I don't trust nobody, simply because they might have been hurt, they've had mountains of hurt, years of hurt. Everybody that ever came into their life hurt them. They might have their guards up and stuff like that. But like anything, alarm, let's talk about an alarm. Alarm doesn't sound unless it's triggered, right? Alarm is just an alarm. It sits on your wall. It sits on your fence, your gate, whatever. It sits on the ground, wherever there's an alarm at. An alarm is not sound unless it's triggered. That's how people are. People are nothing but alarms. Yeah, all of this stuff is set, it's ready to go. But it don't sound until there's a trigger. So you are in a relationship with somebody who does some shit to sound your alarm. And now you insecure. Now you malfunctioning. How? Houseway. Okay? Don't let nobody tell you that you are insecure because they doing something to cause that pain in your life, causing that alarm to sound off. People must take the responsibility for their actions, period. Because I know for me, I'm not going to accuse anybody of doing something that Sam did 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, Peter did to me all them moons ago. Why would I make you suffer and you a whole man, whole nother area, a whole nother dynamic, whole nother situation from what he did? If you a man that loves, respects, honor, you in your own lane, you a king, you're standing in your kingmanship, you've done absolutely nothing to me, you know the passcode, you coming in the house with the key, why would my alarm sound? That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? These are folks that want to gaslight and want to blame other folks for what they got going on in their lives. And they want to stand innocent, throw rocks, hide their hand, all that kind of stuff. You don't need it in your life, okay? So these people also are people who want to pretend and act like they're better than you. Act like you are, it's a blessing that you in their life, or no, they're in your life. These are people who was raised up some kind of way by a pack of animals, I guess, by a pack of wolves. Their brains are not put together in the right kind of places. There's a chemical imbalance in their brains that they feel that they can literally go around and trigger alarms. They can go around, do stuff to people, anything they want to do, how they want to do it, and nobody is supposed to react to their BS. You don't need anybody torturing your mind, body, heart, and soul, triggering out things in your life. You know, you don't need to be with somebody like that. And so what happens is people will come into your life. They study you. They know what type of person you are. And for the person who came in my life and was like, I'm a leaver. I'm a leaver. I'm a leaver. They knew I was somebody who was consistent. They saw that I was a nourisher. They saw that I was somebody that was consistent. They saw that I was somebody who stays in a fight, stays in a race, that, you know, that I had a foundation. I was solid, you know, and that I help people. You know, they saw that I was somebody who wasn't easily moved like they were. The people that are leavers are, they unstable people. You know, they come, they wreak havoc in people's life, and then they leave, okay? And he had introduced himself to me as that, and I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. And so crazy part about it is when I was talking, they, you know, you tell people shit without, you know, it's like default. And I let this person know that I had been only in 3 relationships at that time before meeting him. And I was like, man, I had only been in 3 relationships. My first relationship, 16 years. Second relationship, 4. This relationship, this amount of years. So they knew that I was somebody who stayed put. Well, this leaver was in a million relationships, okay? He had been in several relationships, had several women, had been everywhere. He had been here, there. And you learn this about when they tell you about their life. Oh, I've been to California, I've been to Atlanta, I've been to Georgia, I've been to St. Louis. They just been all over the world. They got a short life, but they done been everywhere, seen everything, been with everybody. They done fucked every bitch. You're like, oh, okay, you done did a whole lot of shit in your little time. You know, be very careful with those movers. Be careful with movers. You got to be careful with people who come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. I was somebody, not to say that somebody who's, you know, an explorer, but you do have to be careful with these explorers, you know. But not to say because I hadn't seen much and this person had seen more than me, that they were unstable people. But at the same time, they unstable people. If you got somebody who is constantly moving, like you may meet a girl and she may say, oh, in 2001, I used to live on State Street. In 2002, I lived on Federal Street. In 2003, I lived on Aberdeen. In 2004, we moved to May. In 2005, I moved on Prairie Street. On 2006, I lived on King Drive. 2007, we was on Indiana. You might want to take heed to that. You might want to take heed to that, okay? My mama lived in the same house for 20 years, okay? There's a difference. You and me are not alike, okay? We ain't the same, boo, okay? You want to pay attention to those little small things, because that's going to pretty much let you know that in your relationship, that's how it's going to be. You're going to be here, and that person going to be like this. Constantly. Roller coaster in your life, and you're going to be sitting here like, what is going on? Well, see, what was happening was this person told me that they were leaving. And what happened was he was just that, a leaver. And what I mean by that is he said he don't deal with drama. No, he don't. He bring it, but he don't deal with it. That was a true statement, okay? He said that he don't deal with abuse. He bring it, but he don't deal with it. He not fixing anything. That was the truth. People will come in and abuse you, tear down everything, hurt you, scar you, fuck you up, take your heart, rip it in a million pieces, and they don't have no time to put it back together. So when he said that he don't deal, that's exactly what he meant. Why my brain didn't catch that, I have no idea. So my whole relationship with him was painfully alone. Painfully alone. He said he was a leaver, and he was. Now, the only difference, I guess, in me and the next person was because he was not attached to them legally or attached to them for whatever he needed to be attached to them. Rather, maybe he had no business. Maybe he had no children. Maybe that person may not be married to you. Whatever the situation is, maybe there was no real attachment, and that person was able to just pick up their little 2 pieces of shirt and a hat and leave. When somebody is attached to you, and I'm talking to my married couples out here, or even when that person have business connection to you, and it's not that easy to just break free, they will come back at some point at the end of the night. Maybe they won't. Every hardship, I looked up, bro was gone. Laid in the bed, slept by myself, gone. And because I was a stayer, guess where I was at? Because he had seen the world a million times. Guess where he was at? When people introduce themselves to you, listen, process it. They're telling you who they are. Until next time, I'm headed to bed. Good night.